Hi everyone, today I want to make a video about how to start a raw vegan diet, and I've gotten so many questions about, Liz, I really want to do this, but where do I start? And so that's what I'm going to be tackling today. So pretty much I think there's a few different ways to start a raw vegan diet or even a vegan diet. Whatever your specific goal is, there's definitely a way to achieve that, and pretty much the one way is to just do it pretty much cold turkey, that term, just pretty much doing it overnight. And I went vegan overnight. I didn't go 100% raw overnight. It took me about a week, I said, because I knew that it was going to be such a drastic change. So I said, pretty much I wanted to try it for one day, and I said I'm going to do this for one day and see how it goes. Well, that one day has turned into close to a year now. So pretty much I allowed myself to, have a few things here and there that week, because after the first day I knew that I wanted to continue doing it. So I said I was kind of easy on myself the first week, and then I just fell into the lifestyle so well that after that week it was like 100% all the way. So one way to do it is to go, 100% or almost 100%, just like that. And I really think it depends on the type of diet that you're coming from as well. If you're coming from like a standard American diet, then it might be better for you to transition into this lifestyle. Or maybe if you have kind of like an extreme personality, then you can just do it in one day. I myself do have a little bit, I wouldn't say a super extreme personality, but I am one of those people who, if I really get into something, I get just like 110% into it. So that's why I could pretty much go vegan right overnight, and I pretty much went 100% raw like within 1 week. But do whatever is right for you. You know yourself better than anyone else knows yourself. So if you are someone who is like me, and just when they're into something they're super passionate about it, and they just are in love with it, then you can probably do overnight or over a very short period of time going raw vegan. The other way, of course, that you can go about it is to take, baby steps and transition slowly into the raw vegan diet. And I think that's probably what most people do, because it is like a gradual phase, and you're not just saying, okay, tomorrow I can't have anything that's in my kitchen, anything that's in my pantry, you know what I mean? You're kind of gradually making steps towards your goal. So pretty much, like I said before, it's just going to depend on what type of diet or eating situation you're coming from. If you are coming from a standard American diet, I think maybe a good way for you to transition into this lifestyle is maybe, first of all, maybe become a vegetarian. And pretty much what that is just going to consist of is that you just don't eat meat anymore, you don't eat chicken, you don't eat fish, none of that. But vegetarians do consume dairy products, yogurts, cheeses, eggs, things like that. So that could be your first way of just transitioning into this lifestyle, saying, okay, I'm going to give up these things, I'm going to become a vegetarian, and do that for however long you need to and feel comfortable with that, and then you can progress to becoming a vegan. And then you can say, okay, I'm really comfortable with this now I'm going to progress and become a vegan and give up all animal products, all honey, all dairy products, eggs, everything like that, and then you've already become a vegan. And then if you want to take it a step further and give up all cooked foods and become a raw vegan, then that would be your next transition. So it just depends on what your specific goals are, but this is pretty much the two ways that you can, transition into this lifestyle. And if you feel like you are consuming a lot of fast food, you just, you don't have a great eating habit, then, what you could do is just, each week say, okay, this week, instead of having the soda that I always have 3 times a day or however many times a day you have it, say, okay, this week I'm going to have water instead. Okay, once you have that week down, the next week, okay, I usually have steak 3 times a week. Instead of having the steak, you're going to have X instead. You remove that from your diet and instead you replace it with something that is going to help you bring yourself to your goal. So it really just depends on exactly what your goal is with this. A lot of people have asked me about specifically how to become a raw vegan, and that's really what I would suggest is just pretty much, make the decision to do it in your heart and just do it, and don't ever look back, because you won't. You will feel amazing and look amazing. And the other one would just be to transition slowly into this lifestyle. And just be patient with yourself as well. We all make mistakes, and it's not the end of the world if you eat some cooked food or if you eat some animal products. It's not the end of the world, but your next meal is your next opportunity to get back onto the right track. And the beginning is going to be the most difficult part. It's going to be the most frustrating part. It's going to be just the part where all of your emotions are coming out and all of your connections to these foods that you're giving up for your health and for a lot of different reasons. And so that's going to be the most difficult part. But once you get past that, once you get past those initial days, weeks, months, whatever it may be for you, for everyone it's different, you will just feel so amazing, and it will just, the benefits that you have from this lifestyle will outweigh just any cravings you might have, any emotional attachments you have to foods that you don't eat anymore. Anything like that will be gone. I've heard it from so many different people that, of course there are times where, social situations are hard, or, you feel like you want to eat that food because you have that memory, that wonderful memory, that childhood memory, connection with that food, emotional connection with that food. But then they stop and think about that if they go back to that lifestyle, then they would have to give up all the many benefits that they have acquired since becoming a vegan, becoming raw vegan. So it's just not even worth it. And so, it's just about baby steps, doing what works for you, whatever that may be. But if you have the goal to do this, you will achieve it. Just be patient with yourself, be patient with others, and just try and have understanding of yourself, and try and just understand that others are also not going to understand, what you're doing. Not everyone will understand what you're doing. Some people will, but not everyone will understand why you're doing what you're doing, and, the purpose of it. They will have their own opinions, and that's okay. Have understanding for them, accept them for how they are, and just stay humble and keep doing what you know is right in your heart. One more thing that I do want to just address, and it's something that happened with me and most people that go into a raw vegan diet, is that in the beginning you will have some detox symptoms, and I've posted a video about my personal detox symptoms. I will list that in the information box below, so you can check that out. And there's other people that have posted detox videos here on YouTube, so you can check them out as well. But there's different things that your body will go through whenever you're giving up all of these foods that are bad for your body. And once you rid yourself of those foods and you're eating good, healthy fruits and vegetables, raw living foods, then your body will start to cleanse itself out. It's not the food that does the work. Your body is so smart. When it's fed what it needs to be fed, then it's able to do the work that it wants to do, that it needs to do. And so it's going to clean your body out, and a lot of things come out. You might have some breakouts. You might have, you might be low energy. You might be moody. You might be grumpy. Just a lot of different things. So just be prepared for that, and know that it will pass, because if you don't understand that you might go through detox, it might scare you, or it might scare those around you. And just know that it's normal, and that period will go away. You might even get a little bit sick, a cough or a cold, something like that. That happened with me. But just hang in there. Like anything else that's worthwhile, there is difficult times, but if you keep going on the right path, you will get where you want to be. Another thing that happened to me, and I just want to prepare you guys for this, especially if you are going into raw vegan diet, is that your emotions will just pour out of you, and it can be overwhelming. It was very overwhelming to me, and I wish I would have known more about that whenever I did transition into raw vegan. I didn't really know that that was going to happen, but it makes so much sense because, so many of us, whenever we're going through a stressful time, we turn to food. I know I did. And it's so smart how the body works, because whenever you chew, that's a natural way to relieve stress. And so consuming food, it is like a way of just getting rid of your stress and things like that. But whenever we turn to food, whenever we're stressed out, whenever we're sad, whenever we're angry, whenever we are, whatever emotion you're going through, whenever you consume those foods, and we normally consume like fatty foods and junk food whenever we're going through these emotions, because they help to suppress us. They give us that heavy feeling, and that it kind of lightens the load of all of our emotions. It makes it, oh, okay, well now I just had, 12 cookies. My problems don't seem so bad anymore. I feel, I'm just kind of like here, and it's okay. Well, whenever you start eating the fruits and vegetables and the small amount of nuts and seeds, those foods don't sit heavy on you. There's nothing to hide your emotions. You have to deal with your emotions, and that's what's going to happen is whenever you go through your detox, then all of your emotions will come out, and all the things that have been suppressed will come out, and you're going to have to deal with them. But it's an awesome thing, and it forces you to deal with them, because that's what's healthy. You have to deal with your emotions. Suppressing your emotions, it's not creating health in your mind, and you have to remember that your mind and your body are connected. So just want to, tell you guys about that. And, my experience was a ton of emotions came out, and, emotions are still coming out of me, but it's not as intense as it was when I was first, transitioning into raw vegan and everything like that. And even those first few months were hard for me. I was having to deal with a lot of different things that, I had agreed to and that actually weren't right for me, and it was definitely a difficult emotional time for me, and I went through a series of roller coasters, really. But now it's like I'm so emotionally stable. I can handle my emotions, and it's just an amazing thing. So I just want to let you guys know about all of that, and definitely don't give up. And even if you go through a difficult time with the detox, just don't give up. Even if you turn back to animal products or cooked food, anything like that, that doesn't mean you're done with this lifestyle, and you have to just you have to completely go back to eating animal products and eating cooked foods. Don't ever think that the next time you eat is the time where you can make up for that and you can get back on the right track. So I really hope this video was helpful for you all, and I hope it provided some insight. And another thing is that you might deal with like some cravings in the beginning. I myself really didn't have cravings. I mean, I can literally say that, I'm being completely honest, and I mean, I have a huge sweet tooth, but how do I fix that? A lot of people ask me, what do I do when I have a craving? Well, I have a huge sweet tooth. I eat fruit. I get almost all of my calories from fruit, and I never ever crave chocolate. I mean, and it's around me quite often, these foods that I used to love to eat and that I would indulge in and that I would overeat in, and I don't have a craving for that. So if you eat what your body was designed to be fed, if you eat fruit, vegetables, small amounts of nuts and seeds, you won't have cravings, because your body is it's getting what it needs. So it's an amazing thing. It seems almost too good to be true, but it is not. It's just that simple, and that's what's so amazing about this way of eating. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope it helps you out, and I will talk to you on my next one. Bye.